We'll hear now from the Reverend Al Sharpton.
I think the significance of this report is that it gives scientific data to establish that there is no inherent inferiority in any race or class group. The unstated belief that many people have had around the country when you say poor people are doing bad or doing less than more well-to-do children, blacks or Latinos to white, it's almost accepted. And our silence is a confirmation of inherent inferiority. I think that this report dispels that by saying there is no inherent inferiority. There's an inequality in how we service American children. And I think that we've got to be very clear about that. And that's why I was excited. I'm excited about working with Joel Klein on this, because to me this is a civil rights issue. Somebody predetermines that some people will get served different than others with public dollars. This is not about who has a child in the school. If everybody's paying taxes, we're paying for it. Someone decides to distribute it unequally, and we all participate as co-conspirators in silence to busting that up. Well, that's the same thing that happened in the 50s. One of the reasons why this rally in March, May 16th is important, Brown versus Board of Education was a legal decision that came from the Supreme Court here. It was tested when we went into local communities and governors stood in the doorways and blocked people from doing it. Well, the difference is today the people that are standing in the doorways are people that we thought were our friends. They look like they're liberals. They look progressives. The new George Wallaces in the doorways are the people that have always acted as if they're our partners, and in fact, they're the ones blocking by covering up inept principals, teachers, or whoever that are upholding a system that has decided that we'll have service segregated. We don't wear the bibs no more. We're not chewing tobacco. We dress better. We speak better. We're more polished. We're actually Professor James Crow rather than Jim Crow. And I think that a movement must happen from the bottom up to meet what Greg is talking about and others on this panel to really put pressure, because without that movement, I don't think this is going to happen in and of itself. I agree with Joel. It's an echo chamber. And the arrogance of people to sit by and ask, how dare you question me given these facts, and everyone defend their interests in an unequal, biased system. And in many ways, I remember about a month ago I was in Selma, and George Wallace's daughter talked about how she was shamed. Her father stood in that doorway, and Eric Holder was there, whose sister-in-law was one of the kids she blocked. The blockers today have changed in tone, and we've got to do the same thing we did 50 years ago. We've got to expose them. We've got to say who they are. They appear as our friendly, smiling liberals when there's some condescending bigots that have reinstituted and reinforced an unequal system that they know better and that this report exposes. That's what May 16th is about, and where it goes from there, I agree with the Secretary. It may be radical. Maybe we've got to be non-cooperative with school systems that don't work. Maybe we need to stop going to failing schools. Who knows where it goes? Martin Luther King said there are two types of leaders. There are thermometers and there are thermostats. Thermometers tell you the temperature in the room. Thermostats change the temperature in the room. I think we have great thermometers in McKinsey. Joel and I are going to be thermostats. We're going to turn the heat up.